Okay, all right, let's get it started. Literally, we're doing a really simple 90s, really like Phil Janet Jackson 90s vibes. That's the makeup look today for my shoot. So we're just gonna go straight. Okay, so first I'm just gonna start with spraying some of my facial spray, just to make sure that that skin is extra hydrated under the face, because I feel like you have the best face when your skin feels good and when your skin is hydrated and healthy. I already did my skincare routine for today, so my skin is already extra hydrated. That's just a little more, just sucks it right up. So then I'm gonna go in with the Fenty What It Do spray. I'm just gonna shake it up a little bit. And I also like to just spray that on just for extra. Just feels so good on the skin. It smells good, feels good. So then I'm gonna go in with my Fenty Pro Filter Primer. I'm just gonna, you see, I never really put a lot on my forehead because I don't really have like a big forehead. So like, just rub it in like it's lotion. So what, like, let me just talk to you guys. First, I want to say Black Lives Matter. That's like, first, that's a blanket statement, okay? Black Lives Matter is, you know, as soon as you come to my page, you're gonna hear that, right? So like, I'm just, everything that's going on in the world right now, I feel like it's very important for me, being a Black woman, to like speak on those things and make sure that people know my stance on it and how important it is to me, that I help and that fight and that I'm always standing up for what I believe in, and then I'm just always supporting the cause, because at the end of the day, the cause is myself. You know what I'm saying? The cause is my life. The cause is my brother's lives. The cause is my nephew's lives, my dad, like all the Black men and women that are important to me. I fight for them in this moment. I fight for myself. Like, it's just as simple as that. I fight for myself. So I've had a lot of conflicts lately because of those things and because of how strongly I am on my opinions. But you know, it be like that sometimes. So I just set my primer with the Honey Pro Filter Setting Powder. And now, we're going in with a classic here. We're going in with the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Longwear Foundation. My shade is 420. Go in. So, and another thing I really want to talk about, because we have been in quarantine for so long, and for me, this has been a struggle for me, is mental health at this time. I feel like we really have to take our mental health seriously at this time, because being in this quarantine, especially with all this stuff that's going on right now, it can get really hard being someone that deals with mental health issues, being someone that deals with anxiety, being someone that deals with depression. This can be a really hard time, because a lot of people use the outside and use like their jobs and work as like their distractions for the things that they have going on, and a distraction for their anxiety, a distraction for their depression. A lot of people use being able to go outside and all that as a coping mechanism, and that's been like taken away from us for the last like 3 or 4 months. So that's like a really hard thing. So I just want to say, like, make sure that you're checking on your strong friends. Make sure that you're checking on your friends that you know deal with those things, and that you know go through real life things and that, you know, maybe having a more difficult time than you during this period, because that's really, really important. So I normally always do my foundation routine with a beauty blender, always, right? But I don't know why, but this e.l.f. Ultimate Blending, I'm so obsessed. Like, I'm obsessed with this brush. So I've been kind of like sticking to this to do my foundation. And I have the Fenty foundation brush, but I've kind of just been sticking to this because I just love the way it feels. I love the way it blends. Like, look at that. Look how good that looks. Look how good that looks. And can we get a match? Can we get a skin match? Like, can we get a skin match? I just want to know. Okay. So now I'm going to go in with Fenty Pro Filter Concealer in the shade 380. Look at that. This is literally just about to give us like the perfect like face. And we love a perfectly cute face, honey. And so let me tell you. So I just really started like taking my skincare serious. Before I really didn't take it as serious as like I should have, like, at all. But I really just started taking it serious recently, and my skin, the difference, it's like oh my gosh, it's like the best difference ever. And I can like when I do my makeup looks so much better because it's like my skincare is great now. And that's just really important. So I really just want to make sure that you guys are taking your skincare serious, because we need to have good skin. You need to have good skin. Okay, no, but I'm literally just going in with the beauty blender and spraying some of that facial spray onto there to kind of just make it a little moist. And I'm just going to use that and blend out concealer. And I just love the, like, look how that just literally just melts. Like, I definitely prefer using my beauty blender like that instead of with water, because it looks so much better. It looks so much better. I feel like it's because when you're spraying it with the facial spray, it just is like giving it that like moisture that it really needs to make sure that your makeup still looks flawless. Whereas when you're doing it with water, it's like it's water. So how is it, you know what I'm saying? It's water. You're putting on makeup, it's water. But then when you use like a facial spray to dampen your sponge, it's like, oh yeah, your skin loves it. Your skin loves it. I'm actually really excited for this makeup look because it's something really simple, but it's just that 90s feel, because this shoe is like a 90s feel type shoe, like super just ghetto fabulous. Ghetto fabulous. You see I have my base kind of on right now. I have put my first concealer on. So then I'm going to go back in with that Fenty setting powder in the shade Honey. And I'm going to just set that concealer. Just set that concealer. I really did this yesterday on accident, but then after I did it, I kind of like loved it. So I think it's just gonna become a part of my normal routine now. Watch and see what I'm about to do. So you see, I just set that first concealer. I just set it with the powder. Now I'm going to go in with the Laura Mercier 4N concealer, And I'm going to just highlight the inner eye. And like I said, I did this on accident yesterday, but it was like after I did it, I was like, oh my gosh, it looks so good. I was like, I have to keep doing it. It has to be a part of my routine. It has to be a part of me now. Like, literally, look how good that looks. Like, completely. Oh my gosh. Like, well, I think you can just take that excess and, like, look at that. Look at that. Bomb. Bomb, bomb, bomb. Okay. So, to set that, instead of using honey, I'm going to go in with banana. Since that's the lighter one, I'm going to go in with banana. I'm just going to set right into the eye to lock all that fantasticness just together. I always do like way more on one side than I do other. I do that every single time. It's okay though. It's okay though. It's okay though, honey. Just set them there. Like, no, seriously, just look. That's it. Just look. That's it. That's all. I just came to dance for y'all. That's it. That's all. Okay, let's get into these brows now, honey. Everyone knows brows is my favorite part of the whole routine, right? Everyone knows. To do my brows, I feel like I let everyone know this all the time because people are always talking about how good my brows look. But to do my brows, I use eyeshadow. Yay! I use the Morphe 3502 palette to do my brows just because, like, once I started, I just couldn't stop. It just works so well. It just works so good. I just love it. So it's like, why? If something works, why do anything other? Why do anything other than that? Okay, no, so I'm just gonna go in first with this one, and I kind of use that to outline everything. Just create my base. Just kind of lightly fill it in, but create your line, like a definition. So that's where I'm gonna like fill it in. So then I just go in with that shade right next to it to really make sure that it's all filled in. I don't know what I just did. That was like crazy. That was like crazy. That was crazy what you just did, girl. Just to make sure that it's all filled in. So bomb. So bomb, but it's not even bomb yet. It's not even bomb yet. You want to know why it's not even bomb yet? It's not bomb yet because we haven't concealed. I don't know if my brows look good or not until after I conceal. Like, they look good right now, but that concealer is gonna tell us. It's gonna make it or break it. It's gonna make it or break it. So the same thing on this side. Okay, so I'm back. My brows are done. They are concealed. They look so beautiful. So now I'm going in with my Zulu palette by Juvia's Place, and I'm just going in with this brown right here as my first like transition shade. And this really is gonna be such like a simple look. It really is. It's just like a super like 90s vibe, which is just super natural anyway, just because 90s was just a super natural beauty time. Definitely still wore makeup, but it was definitely like on the more natural side. So that's just what we're going for today. Because really, as much as I love doing eye looks and all that, when you really have like a beat face, you don't have to do too much on your eyes. Like, there's really not even a point to do too much on your eyes, because we're just giving face, you know? We're just giving face. We're just giving face. Same thing. Like, a lot of the looks that I have are just super simple. Like, I keep it really, really simple. Okay, so you see how we just have that really, really neutral, really natural eye. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with the 24A Artist Pass, the Sweetie. This is Morphe's collab with Sweetie. So I'm just gonna go in with this palette, and I'm just gonna dip right in here into security. Just dip into that a little bit. Go directly into my crease, just to like darken it up just a little bit. Give it that like 90s like oomph type flare. Like just directly in the crease. And then we're just gonna blend it out with that first shade. Ooh, yes, take that directly into the crease. All throughout. Ooh, yes, that's bomb. And then we still have to blend it out. So it might look like a little crazy right now, but remember we still have to blend it out. I'm not blending it. I'm just placing right now. I'm not shading or anything. I'm just placing it where I need it to be. We're just placing it where it needs to be. There. Look at that. Then we're just gonna go back in. Original shade. We're just blend it out. I really could use like a smaller brush, but I just want it to be blended out like fluffy type. That's why I just want to use this like fluffier one. Literally just blend it up. Into that. So it's super like never too much, because we don't ever need too much. We never need to do too much. Okay. So then I'm going to go in with this Morphe Jet Black Gel Liner. I'm just gonna take, and I just want this. This is where we're really about to get 95, you feel me? Really just gonna take it and put it on my lower lash line. So while I'm letting like my top lashes, because I am going to go over them one more time, but while I'm letting them kind of like dry, I'm just going to go in and do my bottom lashes. So I definitely do like one time through the top, one time through the bottom, let like the top and the bottom dry, and then go back through them again. Like, I just love how like the bottom is so like smoky. Okay guys, so our face is pretty much done. Literally now all we have left to do is do our lips. So this is the ColourPop BFF3 lip liner. So I'm just gonna go in, let my lips go. Got some gloss. And this really just gives that natural like lined lip, like gloss. That we all know was a very, very prominent thing in the 90s. Was a lined lip with gloss. Okay. And I'm just gonna go in with the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb and Glass Slipper. That's it. That's it. Okay, so I'm gonna get my jewelry on, get all my stuff that I need to get ready for my shoot, and I'm gonna come back when I'm all finished.